So I was having some trouble with my central locking on the E320 Cabriolet, and I needed to take off the door card to help in my diagnosis. I've never done this on the Cabriolet, which is slightly different. So just a video on how I started to take the door card off. So that nice bit of chrome trim comes off with three simple Phillips screws, which is not probably the easiest bit of the whole operation. Just putting everything aside so you don't lose it. Then we've got the door locks around. There's just one Phillips at the bottom, and then it sort of rotates out from the bottom. I'm sorry I'm filming this with one hand. The door switches come off by just pulling them off, and they actually need a bit of finger force to actually get these off. So I'm sorry, I put the camera down at one point because I needed to rest my hand. So they just basically flick off. And then when you put them back on, compare them to the other sides. You don't put them the wrong way around. And then finally that comes off. Now the switch around is not so bad to get this off. You do just simply pull this out, and this is a low kilometer car, so my plastic's probably still quite soft, luckily. And that pin in the switch you'll actually just see. Be careful of that because mine fell out, and I'm sad to say I've displaced it. You'll see the pin in a second. I'm just showing you the clips on that bit, but there's that brass pin. This front segment was actually really annoying, and it was held on at the front there by a loop which you sort of need to push forwards to get off. And then there's a Phillips screw holding the top of the door handle underneath that foam. There was only two clips on the rear view mirror, which is not, on the sedan, that's on the A pillar. But in your Cabriolet, you have to take that off before you take that Phillips for the door handle. Compared to older Mercs, the door handle doesn't have screws at the bottom. The door card literally goes straight up, but it's a real pain in the bum jimmying it out from around the handle as it goes up. You can see this low kilometer car. I'd never even seen that carpeting or film on there. This looks like it's completely untouched. I was glad I didn't need to undo that. There's the clips for the rubber window trim. And the need to sort of jimmy them as the door card comes off. And you can see this is all the clips, which it's nice to see these are still intact. It's not so common you get a car that's 30 plus years old and the clips haven't been snapped by somebody just pulling it straight out rather than lifting it up. And it was difficult, and actually putting it back on was even harder to getting those white ones in the middle lined up.